What if a truck could pull a 100-ton load, climb mountains, cross rivers, and keep moving through terrain that would stop tanks? It sounds impossible, but during the Cold War, engineers in Czechoslovakia built exactly that machine. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't fast, but it became one of the toughest off-road trucks ever produced. This is the story of the legendary Tatra 813. To understand why this truck became so extraordinary, we have to go back to the early 1960s. Europe was divided by the Cold War. The Warsaw Pact needed heavy military vehicles capable of transporting artillery, missile systems, engineering equipment, and supplies across rough terrain without relying on paved roads. Existing trucks struggled with steep slopes, deep mud, heavy snow, and remote mountain regions. Military planners wanted something stronger, more reliable, and capable of operating almost anywhere. That challenge landed on the desks of engineers at Tatra, a company that already had decades of experience designing unconventional off-road vehicles. Instead of improving existing designs, Tatra decided to build something entirely new. The result entered production in 1967. The Tatra 813. At first glance, it looked enormous, almost intimidating. But beneath its massive body was an engineering philosophy unlike anything found in conventional trucks. Most heavy trucks used a traditional ladder frame. Tatra rejected that idea. Instead, engineers built the truck around a massive central backbone tube. This unique chassis protected the drivetrain inside a strong steel spine while providing exceptional structural rigidity. Attached to it were independently suspended swing half-axles, allowing every wheel to move separately over obstacles. The design transformed how a heavy truck behaved off-road. Instead of lifting wheels into the air while crossing uneven ground, the Tatra 813 kept its tires planted, maintaining traction where many competitors became stuck. Powering this mechanical giant was another unusual choice. Rather than using a water-cooled engine, Tatra installed a gigantic 17.6-liter air-cooled V12 diesel producing around 270 horsepower and nearly 1,000 newton-meters of torque. Today, those horsepower figures might not sound impressive, but horsepower tells only part of the story. For a heavy hauler, torque is everything. The massive V12 delivered tremendous pulling power at low engine speeds, allowing the truck to haul oversized equipment through forests, muddy fields, rocky hillsides, and deep snow without excessive strain. Because the engine was air-cooled, it eliminated many of the cooling system failures that often plagued vehicles operating in extreme temperatures. That simplicity also made maintenance easier in remote locations, far from repair facilities. But Tatra engineers didn't stop there. The truck featured permanent all-wheel drive, multiple locking differentials, and a central tire inflation system that allowed the driver to increase or decrease tire pressure while driving. Softer tires improved grip on sand or mud, while higher pressure worked better on roads. These innovations gave the Tatra 813 remarkable versatility. Whether crossing frozen landscapes, climbing rocky mountain passes, or pulling heavy trailers through deep mud, the truck simply kept moving. Among all its versions, one became especially famous: the massive 8x8 KOLOS. Its name, meaning giant, suited it perfectly. The KOLOS became the backbone of heavy military logistics throughout the Warsaw Pact. It hauled artillery pieces, carried bridge-building equipment, recovered damaged vehicles, transported missile launchers, and moved machinery weighing dozens of tons. Depending on the mission, it could tow trailers approaching an incredible 100 tons, placing it among the most capable military trucks of its generation. Yet the Tatra 813 wasn't limited to military service. Its strength and reliability made it equally valuable in civilian industries. Mining companies used it to transport heavy machinery across rugged terrain. Construction firms relied on it for remote infrastructure projects. Forestry operations sent it deep into difficult landscapes where ordinary trucks simply couldn't reach. Oil and gas industries also benefited from its exceptional off-road capability. Where roads ended, the Tatra 813 often continued. Between 1967 and 1982, More than 11,700 examples rolled out of Tatra's factories in several configurations, including 4x4, 6x6, and the iconic 8x8 variants. Thousands were exported across Eastern Europe and to other countries, earning a reputation for durability that spread far beyond Czechoslovakia. Drivers admired its reliability. Mechanics appreciated its rugged simplicity. Military crews trusted it in some of the harshest operating conditions imaginable. Even after production ended in 1982, the story didn't stop. Its successor, the Tatra T815, inherited many of the same engineering concepts, proving just how successful the backbone chassis and independent suspension design had become. Today, decades later, restored Tatra 813s continue to appear at military museums, classic truck festivals, heavy equipment exhibitions, and extreme off-road events. Watching one crawl over massive obstacles is a reminder that true engineering excellence doesn't become obsolete. Modern trucks may offer more horsepower, digital controls, and luxurious cabins, but few inspire the same respect as this Cold War workhorse. The Tatra 813 wasn't built to impress with speed. It was built to solve impossible problems, to carry impossible loads, to travel where there were no roads, and to keep working when failure simply wasn't an option. That's why, nearly 60 years after its debut, the Tatra 813 remains one of the greatest off-road trucks ever built, and one of the most remarkable engineering achievements of the Cold War. If you enjoyed learning about this legendary machine, leave a like, subscribe for more documentaries about legendary trucks, military vehicles, engineering marvels, and mega machines, and let us know in the comments. Which legendary truck should we explore next?